Big Sue's Bodybuilding.
What's going on, world? You are tuned into Big Zeus Bodybuilding here in the kitchen, and I'm doing some cooking. I've got a whole crap load of chicken right there. I got that soaking in some hot sauce and some peanut oil. Get the meat real nice and tender. Oh, and yes, this is like a half gallon of hot sauce here. That's how we do, we buy in bulk. And I always cook my chicken on the George Foreman grill. Now, those familiar with the George Foreman grill know that it's a real pain in the rear end to try and clean it. Well, there's two solutions for you. First off, I got the big George Foreman grill, and this one has removable plates. So these you can take off and put in the sink. Now, most of the George Foreman grills, you can't take those off, right? So, there's a trick to getting it nice and clean, and that is foil. All I did was I took a long sheet of foil. You know, there's your before, and there's your after. You put the foil on it. Foil's thin, so the heat's still going to transfer through. It's going to heat up. It's going to cook your food fully. And you can actually see where my George Foreman, the non-stick, is worn out. That's how much I use it. So in addition to help keeping it clean, it also helps it from sticking. Cooking spray don't hurt neither. A little bit of cooking spray on there, and your food won't stick. Okay, I've got my foil plates on it. It's all covered in foil, and because the foil, you can push it down, it'll follow the contour of the grill. Your fat is still going to drain off just as effectively. Let's heat it up! So while this cooking is chicken behind... me, wow. Okay, while this chicken is cooking behind me, let me fill you in on something else that I do for my food preparation throughout the week. I showed you some of the stuff that I buy from the grocery store, and one of the things was sweet potatoes here. And I said I'd just bake them and eat them as is. Well, that's how I do it. Put it in there, I bake it in the oven for about an hour and a half or so at 400 degrees. The skin just peels right off real easy. It just falls off. And then what I'll do is I'll take the sweet potatoes, put it in, fill up these little 1 cup size containers, and it's a good portion size. And I'll take that to work. I'll eat it on a lunch or a break. Good to go. So basically, if you get like the medium sized sweet potatoes, almost 1 potato is going to equal 1 cup. You just kind of push that in there, and there you go. Basically 1 potato, 1 cup, 1 serving. Now that is according to what my body needs and what my body burns for calories and carbs. You know, if you incorporate sweet potatoes into your regular daily diet, like I do, you're going to have to calculate out what your body burns, what your carb intake is going to be, what your calorie intake is going to be, obviously. And if you're curious about the nutritional info on sweet potatoes, just do what I did and do some research looking around on the internet. You'll find the nutritional info out there. Hey, so I'll show you something else while the chicken is cooking here. This is kind of awesome. It is the middle of November, and usually here in Wisconsin it's cold in the middle of November. But look at this. It is above 60 degrees right now. No leaves left on the trees, but it is a nice, gorgeous, warm day. I need a hat. Alright, I got my first round of chicken done, and open this up. So it's fully cooked through. I got some seasoning on there in case y'all are wondering. I got some Mrs. Dash onion and herb seasoning I sprinkled on there right when I put it on the grill. So, easy as that. And then when it's all done, you just peel off the foil and maybe just a very light wipe down with a damp cloth, and it's good to go and it's clean. So I'm going to get back to cooking because I still got all this chicken over here. Yeah, I cook a whole lot of chicken at once. Feeds me for a good long while, so I'm going to get back to that. Okay? Until next time, keep pumping. Oh, and yes, I do have my George Foreman right next to the clean dishes. If I stand back and look at my kitchen, there's not a whole lot of counter space. That's my entire kitchen right there. Outside of that, I've got a table. So, George Foreman just always stays there. And we got a little bit of counter over here. But, you know, I got my mixer there, you know, for when I'm baking. And a whole bunch of other stuff. A little tour of my kitchen, right? Right. Alright, now keep pumping. I eat beef. It's just my personal choice, nothing to it, but a lot of ground turkey, a lot of chicken,